Thank you, Mr. Goodad. My name is John Chapgoon. I'm your naturopath today. Thank you for coming to see me, and if I have your permission, I'd like to go through your case with you. Thank you. If I say anything that you don't understand or that you need to clarify, please interrupt me. I'm happy to clarify things for you. If I could just briefly go through the case and check with you whether everything I'm saying is correct. You've come to see me today because you've got difficulty concentrating, your appetite's poor, you feel weak, lethargic, you have an overactive mind, it's a bit critical, you prefer to be at home rather than going out, you suffer a bit of stress, your temperature is a little bit high, 37.7, your pulse is 110/70, your blood pressure 110/70, your pulse 72 beats per minute. You drink 4 to 9 coffees a day. You do 4 days a week of Tai Chi exercising. You have a problem of sleep onset insomnia. You don't fall asleep very easily. You have mood swings. You feel unmotivated in the mornings. Your concentration is poor. You burp after eating, reflux after most meals. You do suffer palpitations, you're excessively thirsty. You might have a bit of hypoglycemia or low blood sugars at times. You've had a low-grade urinary tract infection over the past 18 months. I'd just like to probably look at a few factors in your lifestyle. If you can start off with your diet, I think that you've got to increase your vegetables to more like 5 serves a day, with 2 serves of fruit with good quality protein, which might be chicken, fish, eggs. It would be nice to get a bit of red meat due to the low iron levels you may have. So some beef at least once a week and some other red meat as well, just to pop up those iron levels. You need to increase the amount of fluids. You drink only 600 ml of water. You have 4 to 9 cups of coffee, but the coffee's got caffeine. It'll dehydrate you, and 600 ml is just not enough. I'd like you to increase your fluid intake to 2 litres. I'd like you to eliminate the coffee. We all like our coffee, but it dehydrates you and it won't make you feel good. It'll give you a nervous problem, and you'll get into a cycle of you need another cup because you're still dehydrated. You feel like more fluids, but coffee's not the right one. I'd like you to have more fish, more legumes and cereals, whole grain if possible. The fibre would be very beneficial for you. I'd like you to reduce the amount of refined foods like junk food as much as possible. Reduce the amount of sugars and definitely the amount of caffeine. I think one big problem you have is the caffeine's getting into your system, and it's affecting your hormonal cycles regarding sleep. We produce a hormone during the day that keeps us up and alive and active, and we produce a different hormone at night that helps us sleep and have a good night's rest. If you have too much caffeine, it's in the system at the wrong time, so the hormone that's keeping you up is active at night because caffeine blocks the process, hormonal reactions that it requires to keep that hormone low when you're sleeping. So by removing the caffeine, you'd be really benefiting. The hormones that are involved in sleep are also intertwined with depression and anxiety. So by limiting this coffee, it'll help you in all aspects. Your fibre is really quite low. I noticed that you have 2 bowel motions a day, but they feel not complete. It'd be very important to improve the fibre so you can have better bowel motions that are complete. It'll create a good microbiome or bacteria in the gut that normally lives in our intestines that are very healthy for us. They actually produce a lot of hormones that our body needs. So your fibre intake, if it's low, you're missing out on the good hormones that the good bacteria are producing and encouraging probably bad bacteria to grow instead, which might be affecting your digestion. So you might be getting those symptoms occurring that you could improve by having good bacteria. So by having lots of fibre, you're encouraging the good bacteria to grow. Also, you'd really enjoy things like your drawing and music. So if you can do those more often, that'd be great, because they produce hormones in your mind that help you with things like depression and anxiety. So do them more often. If we can focus on this good night's sleep, that'd be fantastic. I have put together a couple of herbs that I find might be useful for you. Valeriana, the amount to take is 1 ml 3 times a day. It's a nerve relaxant. It helps you sleep a little easier. Works with natural substances in the brain that make natural chemicals work better. Pronounced improvement occurs between 2 and 4 weeks, so don't expect an immediate result. You just need to be a bit careful in case you wake up a bit drowsy, and it will get better in a few weeks' time. It helps relieve stress and anxiety also. It tastes a little bit strong, but just be careful the next morning driving, just in case it makes you feel a bit groggy. If you're taking other medication, I'd like to know, just to make sure that there's no interactions. The other herb that's really good is Withania somnifera. Its dosage is 2 ml 3 times a day. So if I combine these two herbs, it'll be 3 ml 3 times a day. It helps your nervous system adapt better to stresses. It helps you with the stress responses. It dampens the stress response, and it makes you feel relaxed. It's a beautiful herb. It actually gives you energy without making you nervous. It also has a bit of iron, which would be good for the low iron you might be having. And it also is good for your immune system. It does benefit stress, anxiety, depression, helps you with your memory. So if I put these two herbs together, you'll be having 3 ml of the mixture 3 times a day. You can add it to a bit of water and sip on it. There is some alcohol in it, so just to warn you of that. There's very little side effects, but if you are on other medications, they can affect other medications. So if you are on any other medications, I'd like to know, thank you. So we went through the diet. Have good quality protein with those 5 veg and 2 fruit, chicken, fish, eggs, good quality beef for the iron also, and performing sleep hygiene techniques would be useful. Don't worry too much about how much sleep you're getting. Go to bed the normal time, allow enough time for a good night's sleep. If you go to bed and you don't sleep, don't force yourself. Get up, do some activity that you like, go back when you're feeling tired and start again. Over time, this will get your circadian rhythm, that's the rhythm with the hormones that I spoke about earlier, it'll get that starting to form. So that will really help you if we can do that naturally. Thank you very much for coming to see me.